Hello, hello, hello. How are you all tonight? I hope you are good. Let me switch to the live chat. And then let me share this out there, eh? Okay, so see Facebook. X. And then copy that. Let's put that link in Discord. There we go. Okay, so there we go. We're all ready. So we're gonna finish off this page tonight. Well, definitely get everything tight on it, and then I think we're gonna do. We need to do a little bit of changes on his cape. Do those changes and color it in, and then we are gonna light and shade everything. Um, because we're actually done to page 6 for everything else. Doing that off screen. So and tomorrow morning I'm going to be working on making sure this is done, and we're going to light and shade it as well tomorrow morning. Um, hopefully by the end of this week with doing streams and stuff, we can be to page 14 or 15, maybe further. So, with all that said, let's get on to this. So, we did those women last time. Let's do these guys. Sure. Okay, so it's his foot here. Make sure that is good. There we go. That was pretty simple. Well, simple there. It's probably going to be this other guy's feet. Oh, no. Uh, oh, maybe his eyes. Son of a, probably eye color. I don't know what I color. What do I color? Okay, let's bring this down a little bit. Just do right there. Take that off. Out and see what we're doing now for 70. Oh, the whites of his eyes. Should have figured that out. This is what it would be. Okay, so that's what we need to get that white out there. There we go. It's done. Okay, so what's 69? Oh, the mouth. Teeth, technically. $68. The tie. I tied. I don't know who I tied, but I tied. And I don't know what on what. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think that's... Hey, Fitzjozo, how are you? Yes, I think... To erase there. That. Oh, that's this guy's pants. There we go. Pants are done. Oh, this guy's shoes now. Now, it wasn't, unfortunately, these were not given a line for them, which maybe I should actually put a line in there. Let's come up here, right there. Let's black. Okay, so okay, there we go. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna do this all right there. Do, 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 do. And there we go. Okay, so let's see. Now what is... Hey, Alpha, how are you? Oh, belt buckle. It was good. How was yours? I've been a little bit stressed, but now I'm feeling better. Stressed because of that video game that you're making. I think it's video game. The animation that you're doing for that rapper. Yeah, well, uh, actually, I won't say stressed, but I'm trying to get a hold of Dillard to actually talk to him for more than 2 minutes. Because I called him last week, or shortly after I got my new phone number and all that. And I was able to talk to him for a couple minutes, but I want to start trying to get him to work on Snowdrift too, because you've just been worried about the future. How so? I'm scared we will have a Terminator future where people are useless and AI destroys the world, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I try not to think about it. Well, first of all, you know that's not going to be the case. You're a believer just like me. Scripture tells us what the future holds. So take confidence in that. And the future, some of the future that it has described, I'll admit, is here for. I don't think AI is the Antichrist. Will he use it? Sure. But you got to remember, Jesus overcomes the Antichrist. And it only takes 7 years. Well, he lets it take less than that, but he lets them, do his thing for like 7 years, and then he's like, yeah, okay, you've had enough time. You're going down. You're going down, 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 down. You're going downtown. You're going away. Well, he says for 1,000 years, and then comes back, and then we take him out for good. But could yeah, the Antichrist use it? Yeah, probably will. Talking about my fears helps relieve my stress. I can see that. That's good. Especially probably helps when somebody can, sort of relieve your fears about them. Like, okay, so 62 I'm on. I need to find that guy. That's like. So now we're down to 62 again. Well, are you up to? AI is not really conscious enough to do anything right now. It would be like being scared of an ant colony. Yeah, but as you said right now, and fortunately or unfortunately, it is progressing at I can even admit it, an alarming rate. But is that the faster? Yeah, that's the faster. That's why I can't do anything there. But uh, moreover to what I said a few moments ago, I know Fitzchoser doesn't quite believe this, but the Bible, does say about well, it doesn't say anything about AI specifically, but it says how things are going to progress, and are things lining up with that? I would say so, because good is becoming evil and evil is becoming good. There's a whole bunch of other things. But none of it is anything that we who are believers need to be scared of. Because Jesus will conquer it all. We are not destined for that Terminator future. Neither is the world. According to what the Bible says. Like I said, I can admit that it's very possible that the Antichrist will use AI and all that. Green shirt. There we go. But yeah, I think I was asking, are you up to coming on at all, Alpha? Or even Fitzjoseph, come on if you want. I'm not in the room at the moment, but I can easily get in there. If anybody wants to come on. And you don't even have to draw. If you don't want to. Say, you can't draw, just you don't have to. Okay, I must have missed something here for these guys. Okay. Somehow I finished eating. I've got to walk on the treadmill. Exercising helps me calm down. Okay. Okay, let's see. Get this guy. I'm gonna be on here, well, till 9 at least. Well, I think I'm gonna go till 10 tonight. maybe 11, I don't know. Because I want to at least get everything on this page all done. Okay, so this showed this guy's hand. So I'm gonna actually take this out because that shouldn't even be on this. And we actually need to go up a few layers because his shirt. Oh, jeez. Should be there. I think that's good. Okay, so let's get this guy skin done. Um, I'm not sure whether you're trying to lose weight or not, Alpha, by doing the treadmill as well. But something I heard that probably a good time to do it is in the morning before you eat. Doing a walk or whatever. But since you got the treadmill, do the treadmill. Okay, so let's copy that. Control X. And the reason I heard it was because you probably, before you eat, you use, you've been quote unquote fasting, not eating for already 8 hours or so. Yeah, before you eat, because uh, you've already been fasting for 8 hours. So if you do the walk before or as some sort of exercise or whatever, before it'll take the energy from your your fat in your body instead of from whatever you've eaten. So I guess it could be, like after you, maybe not in the morning necessarily, but say you've slept for 4 or 5 hours or 8 hours or something like that, and do exercise before you eat after getting up. And I think it's been working for me because I have been losing weight lately. It's one thing I've been doing. I've reduced my appetite to eating less. That's another big thing that I'm not sure how much you eat, but instead of eating, 2 or 3 plates, I'm not sure whether that's what you eat a plate or a half a plate if you can get it down to that. I usually eat for an hour. Well, I don't think the time, since I've been worrying, eating less. Well, eating less is good. Like you can eat for quote unquote an hour, but if you're not eating a lot in that hour, because I'm not sure whether it matters how much how and how long you take it in. I think it matters how much you are taking in. Like I just weighed myself this morning. I'm down to 242, and I was up over 260 a couple months ago. So, okay, so this guy's hair, I'm not sure what level, what we got that on. Accidentally. I think I was eating about a 1,200 calorie meal. I have no clue about what the calories are. Also, a good thing to eat is chicken. If you have a lot of chicken in your diet, that's probably better. I hear protein is better because it takes your body more energy to break down the protein rather than other stuff. So, like I said, I was saying my dad was like 350 or more, and he got down to like under 200. And it was through eating less, not so much the exercise, and a lot of just pushing the plate away so he didn't eat as much. Um, his doctor told him, you know, like you should be eating about a fistful, and now everybody's fist is a different size, right? So he's like, when he originally the doctor said that to him, it's like, um, what you expect? There's like this small lady with this really small fist. You expect me to eat something about the size of her fist? And then the doctor said, can you put your fist beside hers, please? And then my dad did that, and he's like, oh, my fist is bigger than hers. It's not her fist, it's your fist. Those chickens better watch out. Yeah, because I hear, yeah, chicken I hear is the best of all the meats because it's more dense and all that. My boss is a little minor health nut. He knows a lot of this. He researched it when he was trying to lose some weight and all that. Hey, what is this doing? It doesn't want to change. There we go. That's a good tip. I think your fist is supposed to be the size of your stomach. And there are times that I definitely eat more than that, but I have, like I said, I've been eating a lot less. Like I was a guy that, you know, I went to a all-you-can-eat buffet. I would get my money's worth, no problem. 4 or 5 plates, easy. But now, I'd never pay to go to an all-you-can-eat buffet now because there is no way that I'd get my money's worth. Like I remember, me and my dad and my cousin went down to Florida in I think 1999, somewhere around there, and we ate at the Ponderosa every day, and it was an all-you-can-eat buffet, and we got our money's worth each day. And we went there because hell, we all could eat good, and we wanted a good big meal. Okay, so there we go. The trio is done. So the trio is done. Now we know we just got the pasta and Canadian Shield. Okay, so we're going to do something here with Canadian Shield before we finish, go any further. I'm going to make a second layer here. Because Canadian Shield's cape is not quite right. Okay, first of all, we're going to bring that up there like that. And we need to go here, take this off. There we go for that. Let's make our brush here just slightly bigger. So it gets a little better. Okay, and then let's come up here again. And let's bring this over here. Bring that down to about there. Looks a little better. There we go. Let's create a couple extra lines. There we go. And let's see. We're gonna. Ooh, that's way too big. There we go. Ah, that's wrong layer. Or was wrong layer. And we're gonna take that out there. There we go. Okay, so and I hate doing this, but fortunately he tried to get everything on point, I guess, as Metal might say. For everything in the costume. There we go. Okay, and let's swing this around. Not there. Swing that around so we can get all of this should be on the other layer. Okay, there we go. This way we can oh, that's a little too thick. There. And let's bring that down to 0. Okay. So somehow I'm thinking the coffee cup is top layer. Oh, no, not. Let's see, what is that layer? Oh, the belt buckle. Ah. Ah. Those glove shields are hard to remember. Yeah, well, he put them on. He just put them on a little too small, shall we say. And I think he made the belt a little too wide here, too. Let's see. But, which means that's a little too small. I'm not sure whether to replace that or not, but it's getting replaced here right now. Do 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 do. Oh, that's definitely too thick. Okay. Should be good. Okay, so now we'll just erase this stuff in here, the black in there. Oh, and let's erase that because those lines aren't supposed to be there. Do. Okay, so time for Canadian Shield to be Canadianized, colorized, and deputized. Let's come back up here. There we go. Oh, yeah. Itch. Itch to the Mitch, and a Mitch to the itch. Okay, now the coffee cup. Frankly, I like this, but I don't. That coffee cup in his hand should be tiny. His hands would be huge compared to that coffee cup. To most people, it would seem like a small coffee. Like if it's large, and the churches have one size, and it ain't no large. It's like small to medium. It's like that story about your dad's fist. A coffee cup in a regular man's hands would look okay, but not in his. Yeah. And of course, I put all that brown on the wrong layer. So we gotta take it out. Redo that. But as much as I think it should be way different, I'm not wasting my time. I want to get this book out. It's going to be remastered at some point, and something like that will be fixed. Like to him, that cup would be like small to extra small in his hand. Look like what would be a small or extra small in a regular guy's hands. Maybe even an extra extra small. It would be a kitty cup, baby's cup. Okay, so I'm gonna let this steam there. That. Take the opaque off that a little bit. Yeah, looks good. And we got, oh, there's something we don't have here. We don't actually have Canadian Shield's eye color in here, which we're going to have to get. Maybe they were nice and got him his own special box. I don't know because well, he's not handing it, but it looks like every, maybe they do have many sizes. I don't know because look at the coffee cup in her hand and his. Most churches don't have multiple sizes. Let's see. Do we have Canadian Shield side color here? Yes, we do. Yay! Didn't have to go far looking for that. So layer there. And then we'll put eye color in. There we go. I put the. Hate when I do that. a little big. Just want to get, okay, there we go. And do we have anything down? Oh, we got to redo them on his thing too. So 51. Bring that down. There we go. Hey, did you know that if you bother to actually name your layers, you can tell which one you are putting something on? Just, I know that, but I'm too lazy half the time to do that. And guess what? I'd probably end up putting something like that on the wrong layer and not realize it till trying to do these minor corrections, but and sometimes I do name the layers, sometimes I don't. More often than not, I don't because I'm lazy. Okay, let's come down here. Let's go to the come out a little bit, and let's up here. Take those out. Let's make our brush just a tiny bit bigger. From there, white. Okay, there we go. 51 is that layer, so we'll take out all that white, bring that there, over there. And how are you, Metal? Um, not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after. Do you think you're gonna could be available? Naming the layers does help a lot. It's worth the effort. It's easier than trying to figure out what layer 162 is. Oh, true. I agree. It definitely is worth the effort. I just want to, I guess I get lazy and just wanting to get certain things in. I should go over it afterwards and name each layer or whatever. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what do I want to name this layer to. Yeah, so I'm talking, I guess the 22nd. Ask me again in a week. Okay. Because I would like to have this all done by then. because this is the last page I have to get all these colors tight on, but I gotta make corrections like I did on the cape here on a few of them. And I gotta light and shade them, but I'm hoping that will all be done in a week's time. Or a week and a half time by 21st or and I gotta do a Piper's Pulpit that time too, which I gotta read my own story to figure out what some things that are happening in it to get an idea what I want to do for Piper's Pulpit. Set up the fan art page for Canadian Shield. Oh, and now that I call the States, I can call you, Alpha. I actually still have your number from the time you called me when I accidentally put my number on screen and you called me. I saved your number. And of course, I saved it under Alpha Proto, not your real name, although I didn't know your real name then. I sort of do now, various things. But I'm not sure whether you're comfortable with people knowing, so I'm not going to say. And actually, that's something we too got to go over. Going to go over the Snowdrifts Ashcan script too, just to make sure. In the new year, I'm going to really be amping things up in the new year. I'm probably going to be doing a morning show for about an hour, Monday through Friday. And that's going to switch between lesser known Bible stories and Insecto. That was my old phone, so I don't think you have your. But okay, that was old phone. But is it still the same number, or did you get a new number when you got a new phone? Because normally I wouldn't have got a new number, but I lost my SIM chip, so I ended up getting a whole new phone number. I wanted to keep that number. I had it for like 15, 20 years. Hey, Buck. Oh, where's my mic? There. Were you guys able to hear me good all that time? My mic wasn't in front of me. You must have, because I was talking and you guys were responding, so. Oh, maybe this is better now? I don't know. You tell me. I like to pretend I hear you rather than the alternative. Than actually hearing me? You like to pretend you hear me than actually hearing me? Okay, so how did that move? Okay, so we're gonna circle that and move it there. What was that? 50, right? Yeah. I just turned up the volume. Well, now you don't have to turn up the volume. Now you can turn down the volume. Yeah, you pretend to hear me. You can pretend to what my answers are, right, Metal? Instead of what my answers actually are. I can also pretend that you are a pirate looking for lost Canadian treasure. The that I think the treasure that you forgot where you buried it. Yeah, you can pretend a lot of things when you don't hear a person, don't can't you? That might not match up with reality. Arr, I'm a Canadian pirate and I'm okay. Captain Piper of the Sea Scally Shield, yar. I've buried my treasure and I forget where. Was it in Vancouver or Edmonton? Okay, so that is done. The time to. Oh, we gotta do the belt. How could we forget the belt? Okay, now we got to do the white. There we go. There we go. There we go. Up a little bit more. Take out that. There. There we go. Quite a bit. There we go. And the final layer for Canadian Shield. Why did Canadian Shield seem to take longer than he should have? I don't know. Or did it seem to take longer? Did to me anyways. There we go. Almost. Okay, I think the shield is actually done. Yeah. Okay. Yay. Pastor now. Yay. Uh, There we go. So, 'Kay, so I want to grab glasses, color from panel 3 here, or panel 2, I should say. $42. Okay, so there we go. Now just the background. Okay. The wrong color. There we go. I don't know what this box is supposed to be, but oh, maybe it's supposed to be a container with coffee in it. So, I didn't. Uh, do is the pastor's hand. Jeez. Okay, as soon as I get this, I'm back. Oh, glad to have you back. Can't say I realized you left because I know you weren't talking, but a lot of people don't pause. Well, I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be a coffee machine or just, one of those things that they put coffee in, black things, and then you have the funnel thing that you press to come out. But, okay, so let's come back to the pastor here and let's. Do we have another hand? No, we don't. Okay, so there we go. that nib off there. Okay, this is probably going to be the table. Okay. Okay, there. There we go. Trash cans. There we go. No. Do. Nice little nibs over. There we go. Let's see. I think I got a better idea for doing this fairly easy. E3, I think it was. And then let's see. Of course, one line that I need all the way over isn't all the way over. Oops. Control Z. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's see, we need to grab that color and bring it down here. There is, if I put it up there, I'm gonna, there we go. Okay, what is this layer? Nothing's there. Of course nothing's there because somehow I switched it to a different layer entirely. I don't know where else might need it, but let's see. There we go. I think that is decent. Let's grab. Uh, Z. Move that down. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Took way too long, that panel, but it looks good. Okay, again, we gotta deal with. Yeah, you look like you're almost finished with this page. Uh, well, yes and no. Obviously, I got to do these last two panels, get the things in. Then I'm making sure there's no mistakes, overlaps of colors. But I got to do the shading and lighting on it, which I don't think I'm getting this done tonight, but I should get it done tomorrow. I was hoping to get this done tonight. All this uh, uh, close, all this, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do that a little too big myself. Circle that. Let's transform that. Scale it. Right over there. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so foregrounded is done. Okay, so the white. But you weren't here at the beginning. I've been going over my pages in the morning from page one and getting all the stuff where I went over the lines with the colors. And I'm up to I just finished page 6 this morning on that. So we'll be going down to page 7 tomorrow, which is this one here, which is 2 pages before this one that we're on. So, and I'd like to get to page 15 or 16 this week with the shading and coloring and making sure everything's right, not over the lines, the colors. So, because I want to be finished all this next week so I can go to the printers. Monday, November 24th. So hopefully I'll have it by the end of that week, and I will be sending out the week after. That weekend I will be getting all the packages ready. Although I've got to do a couple minor things on this still. I need to do Piper's Pulpit, a new fan art page, of course, lettering. And of course, editing. I need to go over it with Metal afterwards. Make sure everything is correct. And of course, I need to get the card done too. Okay. I know how much it is for pencils and inks page alpha. How much were you thinking extra for coloring? Don't tell me here. DM me that. Just let me know that you actually heard my question, though, too. Yeah, Discord or Twitter, it doesn't matter. Whatever's easier. Because I think you get an idea of the coloring that I want. I might send you a thing with Canadian Shield's colors. His main colors, like lighting and shading ones, you can decide. Or, because I got some other. I'm thinking some other things when I get to Canadian Shield 4. There we go. Wait. I think I could. I think I might be able to do that. Well, let's see how much that. Right now, how much says. Uh, okay, so let's see, we're right here. Let's do the weight right here. Did he send me another message? Yeah. Mm. Well, you're gonna have to tell me if you think I'm crazy, Alpha, with the message I just sent you. You're not sure whether I'm crazy yet? Neither am I. Well, not that there's many listening. Um, yeah, it could be risky, but I'd still go on, quote unquote, the campaign trail. You know, either just as I'm about to or as I just after I launch it. Because the printing, if I, say print up what I normally print up, that is way less than all the art and all that I pay for. So I usually pay for all the art out of pocket, anyways, and hope to recoup it over time. And it's not like that many people who I haven't got a lot of, most people that are buying know me. I'm not getting a lot of traffic or do get or it's because of the channels I go on, I get a sale from that. Not a lot of people from those sites are actually buying my book from those sites. So why am I on those sites and paying to be on those sites with the money that I get from them? Or with the things that I get from them? It's all me getting people to go to their site and buy my book there. No, the risky part is some people may not know, but like I can say that I've done all these campaigns and I've fulfilled every time. For me, the goal has always been to get off those sites. Isn't being on the bigger site is how you're supposed to get more traffic? You would think so, but nobody. I can't remember on Indiegogo when I was there whether anybody just not from me being on a bunch of different shows bought. And I'm not sure. From my comic, nobody I didn't know through campaigns or personally bought from there because of thing. Kickstarter has only been the only one I would say thus far that I've gotten people that it wasn't because of anything I did, save having it up there. And my next two campaigns, I'll see how they do up there, how much traffic they bring. That's why I'm not sure yet. And I'm talking about it, and anybody listening could probably surmise what I'm talking about, which, you know what, I care, but I don't care. Now, people might trust being on those sites more, but I think, maybe I'm wrong. I think I've proven myself that I'm not going to jip people. And even more so from what was I thinking about? The even more so. I don't know. Next time around, Snowdrift 2, I know I'm going to be going on all three platforms at the same time. I'm going to put for Fun My Comic and Kickstarter, I'll be putting the campaign at $1. Putting Indiegogo the lowest I can, which I'm not sure what that is now. Maybe they've changed. It might be 500, so I'm not sure whether that'll fund, but did you ever try getting a guest on the show? A drink with crazy? I'm not sure what you mean. The guest on my show or on a different show, a drink with crazy? I'm not sure whether I did or not. If that's a show. And I'm not sure whether you heard me too. Starting the new year, we're gonna be doing probably an hour morning show just before from like probably 9 to 10 my time, so 8 to 9 your time. Except I'll miss every other Monday because I'll be going into work early those days. No, well, I don't even know who that is, so I don't think I know who that is, so I probably haven't been on his show. You should check it out. He's pretty cool guy. He promotes people's projects. Oh yeah, I'd definitely be willing to go on his show. Um, remind me when I do Snowdrift 2. Okay, so Canadian Shield's done in that panel. All the other guys have to be done, which we'll probably do tomorrow. I'll probably start early tomorrow. But yeah, the new year, planning on doing an hour morning show. My show's at night, but I'm gonna be changing that stuff up a bit. We're gonna have a manga Monday chill stream, which will be hopefully we'll have guests on, just anybody and everybody. Wednesday, I'm not sure exactly. Thursday, of course, the silhouette game, which I think that's when I'm gonna start it inside the new year. And Fridays we won't have anything because I will be working and then going to what I go to. Saturday mornings, of course, we will have Snowdrift. Well, to begin with, anyway, Snowdrift, coloring up Snowdrift. Then it'll be probably coloring up the Flame. And then I'm not sure what after that because probably gonna get you to color and I might see whether we can lower that just a touch. Just because it means a lot. And it's not that you're not worth it, but it's the little that I'm thinking about is a lot for me. Or maybe it's a lot for you too. I don't know. But we can talk about that later. I don't want to do too much on that because I'm getting tired of coloring. Well, I'm not tired of it. It's just painstakingly monotonous. Maybe it's just this book too. Maybe I'll feel better with Snowdrift too because there is so much wrong with this book. But that's talk for another day. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, listening. I hope you've had a good time, and we will see you tomorrow night, hopefully before 10, where the silhouette game is supposed to. No, it won't. It might actually start late tomorrow. I'm going to see the new Predator movie tomorrow. So, later, Gators. God bless. Love you all.